Welcome to New England Law at Boston's 114th Commencement. Please stand while the Boylston Brass Ensemble plays our national anthem. Please be seated. My name is Albert Balboni, and I am Chairman of the Board of Trustees of New England Law, Boston. It is my privilege to call to order the 114th Commencement of the Law School. I congratulate all of the graduates of the class of 2025 for their achievement, earning a Juris Doctorate degree. This only comes through hard work and commitment. We are very proud of each of you and wish you and your families all the best on this happy day. We are honored today to have Reverend Nicholas A. Sinella deliver the invocation and benediction. Reverend Sinella is pastor of Immaculate Conception Church in Lowell. Before joining the priesthood, he practiced medicine for many years, eventually becoming one of the most respected vascular surgeons in all of New England. Always curious, Reverend Sinella took an interest in the legal aspect of healthcare and went on to earn a JD. I would like now to call on Reverend Sinella to lead us in prayer. Will everyone please rise?
Let us pray. A long time ago, when thinking of a new nation, the Founding Fathers spoke of citizens endowed by their Creator with rights. They spoke of a nation indivisible, with justice for all. They wrote of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. They spoke of the time to form a more perfect union. Sometimes it is important to hear it all again. Very close to this place, it was also written that this new nation would be a land of laws and not of men. I'm not sure 250 years ago John Adams envisioned the complexity of our society today. Some of it is new, some same, some very different. Yet the challenges involved to maintain order, peace, security, prosperity, and so much more are very real. Today, these graduates pause at this commitment milestone day and prepare to go forward to meet those challenges. Their commitment to this beloved nation and its governance through laws, rules, and regulations is a blessing. They will bring their knowledge and skills not only to courthouses, legislative, and hearing halls, but to individuals and families, also to their chosen profession in their interaction in society. We ask that they never tire of seeking and embracing all that we hold dear in our nation. They never tire of reaching for fairness and justice and all changes in our society, that they bring people together in a positive way, that they be builders, that they always know some people will live with the words they write, that people are affected by those words. Theirs will be a joyous and rewarding mission. May their enthusiasm, commitment, and and the happiness of this day never diminish in the months and years ahead. Amen.
Please be seated. Before we proceed with the ceremony, I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge some of the most important people in this room. Our graduates are the stars of this day, but without those whom I'm about to recognize, they would not have achieved all that they have accomplished. I am referring to the New England Law faculty, which is one of the nation's finest faculties. No one knows this better than you, our students. We are so fortunate to have this group of gifted women and men who are on the cutting edge of legal scholarship and teaching skills. Year after year, they receive national recognition for their contributions to legal education in and out of the classroom. They also consistently receive high marks from our most important critics, our students. I would ask all the members of the faculty who are with us today to stand, and let's give them our thanks. I'm now privileged to introduce to you Jim Kennedy, CEO and Dean of New England Law, Boston. Dean Kennedy joined New England Law in November 2024 after serving as the Commandant of the Air Force Judge Advocate General School, where he led a team that provided legal education and training for approximately 20,000 legal professionals, commanders, and other military leaders. A Massachusetts native, Dean Kennedy served for nearly 28 years as an Air Force JAG, earning a number of prestigious awards along the way. One such award was the Air Force Association's Stuart R. Reichart Award, given to the most outstanding senior attorney for the Air Force. Let's welcome Dean Kennedy.
Thank you for your kind introduction, Chairman Balboni. This is an important and joyful occasion for our graduates, and as the chairman said, they are today's stars. The rest of us are here to celebrate their achievements. We are also fortunate to be recognizing 3 accomplished individuals who will receive honorary degrees and become graduates of our law school as well. As much as today belongs to our graduates, we must acknowledge that no one completes law school without significant support, certainly from the remarkable faculty whom Chairman Balboni has already mentioned, as well as from our dedicated staff. Our graduates will likely tell you that family and friends have also been crucial to reaching this day. These were the people who lifted the student spirits and bolstered their confidence when the going got toughest. As a family or friend, your presence here today is one more indication of your commitment to your graduate. So I want to congratulate you as well, and thank you for sharing your treasured relatives and friends with all of us. Everyone receiving the degree of Juris Doctor today should feel an immense sense of pride. My sincerest congratulations to all of you. I would like to take a moment now to recognize students who have performed with particular distinction. I'm honored to present awards to some of the most outstanding students and to introduce the valedictorians of the day and evening divisions. I'd like to ask Associate Dean Allison Dusias to help us honor these individuals.
Good morning. The Dean Arthur W. McLean Founders Award, Marcus A. DeBacco. And Eric J. McCarthy. The President Anna E. Hirsch Public Service Award, Jean M. Michel. The Dean John F. O'Brien Award for Academic Excellence, Hayley R. Gervais. And Kristina L. Lococo. The Trustee Martin C. Foster Service Award, Tiana Alexander. And Raquel Alice de los Santos. The New England Law Boston Outstanding Scholastic Achievement Award, and there are 4 recipients of this award. The first is John C. Gunning. Gina M. Palumbo. Damian Wilson. And Morgan Danielle Wise. The Dorothy R. Crockett Pioneer Award goes to Samari Winkler. And the Dean's Award, Catherine M. Bassey. So congratulations to all of our award recipients. I will now turn it back over to Dean Kennedy to introduce the valedictorians of the class of 2025.
Thank you, Associate Dean DeSias, and congratulations again to all of our award recipients. At this time, I'm delighted to introduce Hayley R. Gervais, the Day Division Valedictorian for the class of 2025.
Good morning, class of 2025, esteemed faculty and staff, and all of our families and friends gathered here today. It is such an honor to stand before all of you, especially since I have looked up to so many of you and have learned so much from all of you over the past 3 years. Your shared perspectives, opinions, comments, and stories help me better understand this world and the legal landscape that governs it, and I'm not only a better student because of your shared experiences, but also a better person. I would also like to thank my family. To my mom and dad, thank you for your constant love and support. Being the first to go to law school in the family, None of us knew what this journey had in store, but I always knew I had you both to fall back on when I needed it, and that made all the difference. And to my partner, Jackie, thank you for being my cheerleader every day over the past 6 years. You have cooked me hundreds of dinners so I didn't have to stop studying, and quizzed me on so many different legal topics to prepare for finals, and you never once complained. At this point, you probably have an honorary degree in culinary arts and law as well. You have believed me more than I believed in myself half the time, and your love and support gave me the strength and courage to continue persevering. Thank you, and I love you. Graduating law school has always been a dream for me. I think I decided on this career sometime in middle school, and I remember asking my mother if she thought I'd make a good lawyer. She immediately responded with, "Yes, Hayley, you never take no for an answer and love to fight." To be fair, she wasn't wrong. I was constantly trying to negotiate curfew and wasn't a particularly easy teenager at times. However, when my mother spoke those words to me, I never really considered myself a fighter. Besides the typical fights with my siblings over who got to watch TV first after school, I thought I was pretty peaceful. I never got in trouble at school and always tried to be respectful to my teachers. However, as I've gotten older and had more time to reflect on my mother's words, I now understand what she meant when she said I wasn't afraid of a fight. You see, growing up as the oldest of 4 siblings, I always felt the need to look out for them. My youngest sister was particularly shy, and I always felt the need to stand up for her when she may have been too timid to do so herself. To me, it was the right thing to do. I wasn't afraid to speak up for her and have her voice be heard, so why not help her out? Flash forward to today, I still think that this is the right thing to do, except now I'm going to make a career out of it. As future lawyers, we serve in the unique position of being able to cross a threshold that is impenetrable for many. Many people, organizations, businesses, and groups do not have the ability to self-advocate for their legal rights, and we will soon be in the unique and privileged position of being able to do so on their behalf. We will be charged with the responsibility of fighting for those we represent, even if we may not agree with them, because they too have a voice and it deserves to be heard. It is a big responsibility, but it's one my mother saw in my future all those years ago, and it's one I know each one of you will take seriously and earnestly as you all pursue your careers going forward. We all came to law school for different reasons, but I hope that regardless of your reason, we always remember our role as helpers and fighters for those we represent. We will give voices to those who otherwise could not voice their situations themselves, and through doing so, we may just be able to change that person, organization, or group's world. It is a bit cliche, but it's true. While being a lawyer may be our job soon, we will soon be so much more than that to those we represent. Our jobs will be more than just work. There will be opportunity to tell the stories of those wronged, to push for legislative change, seek reform, and shape how people and organizations can interact with each other in the world. We will be able to influence so many aspects of our world, even if it just seems like another day in the office for us. I hope we all remember just how important we are to those we represent and our world around us. We will have immense power, and I hope that we don't forget that. That being said, I'm excited to see all that we are able to accomplish. Thank you again to all of my classmates who I've learned so much from, and congratulations to us all. We did it.
Thank you, Hayley, and congratulations. It is now my pleasure to introduce Kristina L. Lococo, the Evening Division Valedictorian for the class of 2025.
New England Law Board of Trustees, Dean Kennedy, professors, friends and family, and most importantly, my classmates. You might be thinking as you see me up here, this girl? Really? If you're over 40 or so, perhaps you know me as Kristina Rex, my maiden name, the girl you see on Channel 4 covering the Karen Reed trial. Hold on now. If you're a bit younger, perhaps I'm that girl who pops up on your TikTok For You page, your Instagram algorithm, again, talking about Karen Reed. If you've ever had a class with me, you certainly know me as the girl who runs in a few minutes late, out of breath, a little overdressed after work, and clearly frazzled after fighting Boston rush hour traffic. I say this all in an attempt to be self-deprecating, because truth be told, I feel a bit of imposter syndrome standing up here today, expected to represent the 2025 class of part-time and flex students. The truth is, I wasn't very socially involved here at New England Law. I came to class, I did my work, and I left. I hit up the occasional barrister's ball, but I wasn't on law review and I wasn't in any clubs. Then I thought, I'm up here expected to represent part-time students who, like me, already have so much going on in their lives. So for anybody graduating today, if you could please indulge me and raise your hand if you've done any of the following things during our 4 years or 3 years in law school. Have you moved homes or apartments? Have you traveled outside the country? Have you worked a part-time or a full-time job? Have you fallen in love? There we go. Gotten engaged or married? Attended a wedding? Been a parent to children? Become a parent for the first time? And had an internship. I feel like this is a free, yeah, there we go. Exactly. So I did a little math, and in my 4 years as a student here at New England Law, I personally have worked full-time in person as a journalist. I've gotten married. I bought my first home, renovated that home, been a maid of honor in 2 weddings, attended at least 12 weddings, traveled abroad, covered not 1 but 2 Karen Reed trials, became an auntie, and lately grown my first baby inside of me 54% of the way. I don't say this to brag. This is just life when you choose to start law school when you're a little bit older, part-time. Here at New England Law, one of my classmates and dear friends is a phenomenal stepmother to 2 kids. Another is a flight attendant. She literally gets off planes at Logan and rushes to class. Another is the first ever student prosecutor in the U.S. Attorney's Office in federal court here in Massachusetts. Another is a father who cared for his sick newborn after birth while attending school. Several of you are parents, partners, paralegals, and to put it bluntly, just busy people. That's been the reality of my experience here, meeting new people and being constantly impressed by how much they're able to juggle. And while we have experienced so many changes in our lives in these 3 or 4 years, so has the law. Remember Roe versus Wade? Affirmative action, diversity, equity, and inclusion, when presidential immunity was far more limited? These are now distant memories of 1L year, and truth be told, a large portion of what we learned in constitutional law is simply no longer law. What's my point? The law has been through so many changes, and so have we. And whether we find those legal changes to be positive or not, I'm of the belief that the best place to be is in the room where decisions are made. Thanks to our legal education, we now have the power to step inside those rooms. I'm sure many of us have cracked a joke or complained about New England law at some point. Yeah, don't deny it. I talked to a lot of you at our senior reception. I know you have. You know, occasional complete Wi-Fi failures, system glitches that might convince you your degree audit is incomplete, or the professor you wish stayed but who moved on to perceived greener pastures. But I have to give credit where credit is due. This is one of only a handful of law schools in the Northeast that makes a part-time or even flexible schedule education possible. That access is the reason my classmates are mothers and fathers and paralegals and professionals and teachers and flight attendants and more. And while I will never give you my personal opinion of the Karen Reed trial, despite your many requests, I will give you this personal opinion. The field of law is better when there are more people of diverse backgrounds given a seat at the table. And I credit New England Law with graduating hundreds of students today from diverse backgrounds of all ages and life experience who will make this field better. Wouldn't we be so lucky if other institutions lowered the financial or institutional bar, pun intended, for access to bring more ideas and more backgrounds into this profession? So for that reason, I say thank you, New England Law, for the opportunity. Someone with my career and my position never would have been able to finish law school if not for the opportunities this school provided. So maybe my imposter syndrome is legit, or maybe a lot of us feel this way. To my classmates, thank you for being so inspiring. I'm sure you had a village that helped you survive law school. So to your village, who I hope is here in the audience, thank you. As for my village, I'd especially like to thank my coworkers who let me sneak out early or read homework during a long car ride, my friends who tolerated a very antisocial version of me, my family and my in-laws who supported me every step of the way, especially my mom and my sister who kept me fed and lowered my stress when possible, and my husband Dan, who did so much of the grocery shopping, meal prepping, and spent so many nights alone as I pursued this dream while also being my biggest supporter. To the class of 2025, my wish for you is that you step into every room where decisions are being made, every courtroom, every boardroom, you name it. Know that you're meant to be exactly where you are and exactly where you're going. The practice of law is a better place because you're becoming a part of it. Celebrate today, be grateful, enjoy your summer, and perhaps most importantly right now, crush the bar. Say it back. Say it back. Thank you. Thanks, team.
Thank you, Kristina, and congratulations. I'll now turn it back over to Chairman Balboni to begin the conferral of honorary degrees.
Thank you, Dean Kennedy. I ask Rachel G. Cohen and Trustee, the Honorable Peter L. Brown, to step forward, please.
It is my pleasure to introduce Rachel G. Cohen, Assistant Editorial Page Editor for the Boston Globe. Ms. Cohen is a Pulitzer Prize-nominated journalist, advisor to multiple nonprofits, and champion of media access to courtrooms and judicial activities. She advocates for judicial transparency in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, in the United States of America, and around the world. Ms. Cohen began her journalism career at the Associated Press, eventually becoming the head of its Massachusetts State House Bureau. She then joined the Boston Herald as the editor of its editorial page, a position she held for almost 40 years. In 2018, Ms. Cohen assumed her role at the Boston Globe and soon thereafter co-authored a Pulitzer Prize-nominated series of editorials on Massachusetts housing laws. Today, she speaks with great pride about her profession and colleagues, underscoring the importance of journalistic integrity during these complex times, and continues to write some of the newspaper's most popular and respected columns on politics and criminal justice. It is not only Ms. Cohen's writing that makes her an exemplary journalist, but also her advocacy. For many years, she was a member and co-chair of the Massachusetts Supreme Judicial Court's Judiciary Media Committee, which was created in 1995 to promote mutually beneficial communication between the judicial branch and the media. By meeting quarterly to discuss issues such as media access to court proceedings and documents, the committee seeks to ensure that the public is as informed as possible. Ms. Cohen's long tenure on the committee reflects her appreciation for the importance of judicial transparency in a democratic society. Ms. Cohen's advocacy stretches far beyond the borders of Massachusetts. Over the past 12 years, she has traveled repeatedly to Uzbekistan, a Central Asian country that was once a Soviet republic, to fulfill her duties as an advisor to Regional Dialogue, a nonprofit that promotes the rule of law. She has also traveled to North Macedonia, a southeastern European country, to advise its Judicial Media Council, modeled after the committee she served on and co-chaired for so many years. New England Law Boston is pleased to award Rachel G. Cohen an honorary Doctor of Humanities degree in recognition of her superb journalism and fearless advocacy for the principles that preserve our democracy.
As chairman of the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the honorary degree of Doctor of Humanities with all its privileges and responsibilities. Miss Cohen, Miss Cohen. That's yours, okay. And now I ask District Attorney Joseph D. Early Jr. and Trustee Peter G. Flaherty II to step forward.
It is my pleasure to introduce Joseph D. Early Jr., who has served the people of Worcester County for 18 years as their district attorney. A Worcester native, District Attorney Early has dedicated 40 years of his life to practicing law, pursuing justice, and preventing crime. District Attorney Early spent the first 3 years of his legal career working as an assistant district attorney in Hampden County, followed by a 2-year stint in the Massachusetts Attorney General's office. Then, from 1990 until 2007, he ran his own law practice, specializing in civil and criminal litigation and representing the Commonwealth as a special assistant attorney general. Evidently, his credentials impressed the residents of Worcester County, big time. They elected him district attorney in November of 2006 with 78% of the vote. Since taking office in January of 2007, District Attorney Early has worked tirelessly, not only to prosecute crimes, but also to prevent them from happening in the first place. He is a zealous advocate for youth engagement as a means of preventing crime, as evidenced by his drug forfeiture community reinvestment program, which allocates the proceeds of drug crime seizures to organizations such as the Boys and Girls Club and Lou Gehrig Little League. As of December 2024, District Attorney Early had redistributed more than $2 million to the organizations that aim to keep the children of Worcester County active, social, and out of the criminal justice system. In a note to District Attorney Early, the executive director of the Boys and Girls Club of Worcester said, "Our achievements would be impossible without the support of people like you." In addition to keeping would-be offenders out of the criminal justice system, District Attorney Early is also committed to preventing overdose deaths. To that end, he created the Central Massachusetts Prevention and Support Network, bringing together government leaders, law enforcement officials, healthcare professionals, substance abuse experts, and community members to raise awareness of the opioid crisis and get the help to those who need it. New England Law Boston is pleased to award Joseph D. Early Jr. an honorary Doctor of Laws degree in recognition of his outstanding career, his commitment to his constituents, and his innovative strategies for prosecuting and preventing crimes.
As chairman of the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the honorary degree of Doctor of Laws with all its privileges and responsibilities.
Thank you.
I now ask Edward F. Davis to step forward. It is my pleasure to introduce Edward F. Davis, President and Chief Executive Officer of the Edward Davis Company. Mr. Davis has dedicated more than 40 years to public safety, first with the Lowell Police Department, then the Boston Police Department, and now the Edward Davis Company. Before founding his company, Mr. Davis served for 7 years as Commissioner of the Boston Police Department, overseeing a 30% decrease in violent crime. One of our trustees, William Casey, New England Law Boston class of 1990, who then served as Commissioner Davis's deputy, is proud to recall how this remarkable achievement was attributable to then Commissioner Davis's intrepid embrace of innovative policing strategies and his commitment to building strong relationships between officers and residents. Although his leadership skills were evident from the outset, in the final months of his tenure as commissioner, they were on full display, not only for residents of Boston and surrounding communities, but for everyone in the United States of America. On April 15, 2013, 2 terrorists detonated bombs near the finish line of the Boston Marathon, killing 3 people and injuring hundreds more. 12 years later, we remember the lives that were taken too soon and the lives that were permanently changed. We remember the fear and the grief, but we also remember Commissioner Davis's courage and composure, the sense of calm brought by his steady leadership through one of the darkest periods in the city's history. Under Commissioner Davis's leadership, the perpetrators of that heinous crime were quickly identified, and the public was protected from further terrorist acts. Before taking the reins of the Boston Police Department, Mr. Davis served for 28 years as a police officer in his hometown of Lowell, Massachusetts. He steadily worked his way up the ranks, eventually becoming Superintendent of Police, the department's highest-ranking officer in 1994. As superintendent, his reforms and innovations yielded significant improvements in the department's relationships with residents, businesses, and the media, leading to an astonishing reduction in crime. In 2014, after stepping down as Boston's police commissioner and completing a fellowship at the Institute of Politics at the Harvard Kennedy School, Mr. Davis founded the Edward Davis Company, a security consulting and crisis management firm. In recent years, the firm's many undertakings have included assessing and improving the security of the Massachusetts emergency shelter system, auditing the safety of Brockton High School, and investigating the near-fatal shooting of Red Sox legend David Ortiz. New England Law Boston is pleased to award Edward F. Davis an honorary Doctor of Humanities degree in recognition of his many groundbreaking achievements as one of our nation's leading law enforcement and public safety experts. As chairman of the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the honorary degree of Doctor of Humanities with its privileges and responsibilities. All right, here's the time you've all been waiting for. Dean Kennedy.
Will the candidates for the degree of Juris Doctor please rise? On behalf of the faculty of New England Law Boston and by its authority, I certify that the candidates standing before you have fulfilled the requirements set by that faculty for the receipt of the degree of Juris Doctor. On this roll is recorded the recommendation of the faculty that said degree be conferred.
By power of, excuse me, let's try that again. By virtue of the power and authority delegated to me as chairman of the Board of Trustees, and on behalf of the Corporation of New England Law Boston, I confer upon each of you the aforementioned degree and admit you to all the honors, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereto.
Will the Juris Doctor candidates please step forward to receive your diplomas?
Joseph Acevedo, cum laude. Brooke Ackerman. Ileana Acosta. Tiana Alexander. Farah Ali. Brittany Alioto. Sage Emily Altobelli. Radhika Anil Amin. Yazin Umara. Jacqueline Michelle Anderson, cum laude. Rachel Andrews, cum laude. Aaron Glenn Ang. Alyssa James Anwer. Emily Joan Arakri. Tor Augusta. Amanda Jacqueline Averill. Cassandra Aviles. Brittany Allende. Kenneth Bubine. Matthew Budagliaca, cum laude. Sonia Bacchus. Omar Z. Baki, Jr. Giannina Baldwin. Daniel Barlecamp. Sierra Lynn Barnes, magna cum laude. August Barnett. Christopher Bartlett. Maria Anna Rose Carbias Bartolome. Catherine Bassi, magna cum laude. Danny Bean. Parisa Bejat. Catherine Beksova. Amber London Bencher. Courtney Jane Berry. Matthew Binkunski. Jesse Blake. Vanessa Ray Bodie, cum laude. Leanne Bosco. Curtis Raymond Boucher. Rachel Marie Bork, magna cum laude. Samantha Bracton. Vincent Octavio Bravo Garcia. Jenna Briggs. Christopher Brokaw. Delaney Brooker. Aaron Brosnan, cum laude. Alexis Browning. Matthew Breyer. Madison Marie Buckley, cum laude. Maria Eduarda Cacau Rosa. Sarah Cufazo. Madeline Elizabeth Cado. Rosvirlin Cajigas. Brian Callahan, cum laude. Devin Esther Callahan. Salma Cannon. Grace Cannon, cum laude. Adam Carey. Brendan Carritt. Mackenzie Kusaias. Gracie Castle, cum laude. Maydell Castro. Joseph Mark Kutina. Cooper Cecil. Hayley Cheatham. Olivia Chell. Caleb Chiesa. Tyler Mark Childers. Molly Sitterell. Alexandria Clements. Abigail Ryan Clough. Olivia Rose Coco, cum laude. Sarah Genevieve Colbert. Carly Rose Collins, cum laude. Reed Kovitz. Timothy Sear. Catherine Chaplesky. Raquel Aliz de los Santos. Philip de Oliveira. Kaylee Derderian. Raphael Diamond. Lauren Diana. Marcus DeBacco, magna cum laude. Jacob DiRenzo, cum laude. Rachel Doan. Addison Doherty, cum laude. Annalyn Dominguez. Harrison Wyatt Dunn. Casey Duperalt. Aaron Dermishleri. Christopher Elderkin. Megan Rynn Evans, cum laude. Stephanie Ray Fabry, cum laude. Joshua Neal Fanjoy. Preston Fearing. Carolina Del Carmen Fernandez. Eric J. Ferreira, magna cum laude. Abigail Foster. Gabrielle Francisco. Victoria Noel Franks. Stephen Freeman. Oscar Fullerton. Anastasia Therese Gann, magna cum laude. Jason Garnell. Devin Gatto. Michael Germano, cum laude. Kaylee Marie Gersten. Hayley R. Gervais, summa cum laude. Kayla Giesta Pinto. James Goggins, cum laude. Jonathan Eli Goldberg. Natalie Elizabeth Golden, cum laude. Autumn Goldenberg. Thomas Guerrara. Maxo Guerrier. John Gunning, cum laude. Sebastian Gustav. Ashley Hales. Jessica Lynn Jasmine Hanna. Justin Hayes. Jillian Heidenrich, magna cum laude. Shirley Hernandez. Xavier Hinkapai. Stephen Hoban. Tulia Holst. Maxwell Hooley. Olivia Greer Hornsby. Ava Hucker. Harper Hutchins. Amal Ibrahim. Shay Jacobowski. Parviz Javanpour, cum laude. Stephanie Jean Cortez. Julia Savannah Jones, cum laude. Jonathan Jordan, cum laude. Nina Call. Diego Cumelli. Grace Marie Carroll, cum laude. Jake Charles Carroll. Arshneil Kaur. Matthew James Kearney. Abigail Joy Keever. Elizabeth Kelly. Christian Kelly. Agrippino Kennedy. Alexandra Kenny. Brian P. Keogh. Larson Keys. Zebulon Walker Kleintop. Sarah Klein, magna cum laude. Jan Kopis III, cum laude. Alvin Korsunsky. Vaishnavi Kothapali. Joanne Kyriakopoulos. Thomas Legros. Dylan Lambert. Chase Bernard LeBlanc, cum laude. Sangyol Lee. Paul Morgan Jacob Legendre. Kenton Emerson Leidy, magna cum laude. Vlad Leopard.
Victoria Latendre. Olivia Lidani. Francelia Etzayana Lievonos Barragan. Kristina L. Lococo, summa cum laude. Allison Stetson Lopes. Grace Luker. Nicole Lvov. Casey J. Lynch. Dennis Maybe. Alana Noel McDonald. Sarah McFarland. Matthew Maley. Sarah Ann Mano. Emma Elizabeth Markarian. Jack Martins, cum laude. Peter Owen Martino, cum laude. Raymond Anthony Mastriani, cum laude. Marguerite Mastrocola. Miyuki Masuda. Kylie Mazer, cum laude. Viviana Kristina Mazzarella. Eric McCarthy, magna cum laude. Peyton Mackenzie McClure. Laura Claire Jones McHugh. Christopher McKenna, magna cum laude. Sean McMillan, cum laude. Charles McQuare. Morgan Medeiros. Thomas Mello. Nina Mendoza. Jacob Harrison Mershon. Linda Date Meth. Jean M. Michel. Henry Milden, magna cum laude. Alexis Minogue. Alexander Mintz. Cassandra Marie Mirasolo, magna cum laude. Rachel Modi. Arifin Mohoidin. Brett Moore. Devin Moran. Gracie Maraski. William Moriarty. Emily Morin. Casey Muirhead. Riley Mulligan. Jamie Murphy. Hunter Murtaugh. Kristen Nadareski. Zachary Nadeau, cum laude. Daphne Napoleon. Elisha Nooner. Christian Arthur Newcomb, cum laude. Neka Chidima Naji. Lauren O'Connor. Nicole Marie O'Connor. Caroline O'Leary. Lila Auersler, cum laude. Ryan Odersky. Leanna Palmer. Gina Marie Palumbo, cum laude. Talia Parente, magna cum laude. Forum Bipin Patel. Kanishka Patel. Neva Catherine Devine Payson, cum laude. Damaris Pena. Emily Pena Ailman. Alexa Parivalotis. Taylor Michelle Paradin. Brenna Min Peterson. Cole Phelps. CJ Pinkney. Madeline Poteet, cum laude. Anya Prendergast. Natalie Prieto. Monica Puentes. King Radonovich. Trevor Rafferty. Isabella Josephine Ragsdale. Adrian Ransell. Rachel Taylor Redman. Sean Patrick Riley. Carolyn Ravello. Grace Margaret Riley. Denise Riojas. Maura Reardon. Elena Miriam Riva. Guy Rizzo. Nicholas Rizzo, cum laude. Caitlin Robbins, cum laude. Megan Rocket. Vanessa Rodriguez Jimenez. India Cheyenne Robach. Alejandra Roman. Sophia Romano. Roger Uluneke Aloha Rook. Golnar Rugani. Grace S. Royal, magna cum laude. Chris Rufo. John McCarthy Ryan. Gabriela Saka, cum laude. Alexandra Sampo. Gabriel Santoro. Barbara Saunders Correa. Jessica Danielle Savastano. Phil Shida. Natalia Irena Schultz. Kyle Scott. Gabriel Matthew Sammy Seabrook. Margaret Senft. Tarj Shah. Kayla Marie Scullin. Joshua Alexander Scholes. Annika Simon. Matthew Simulus. Liam Slattery. Hayden Elizabeth Smith. Aaron Smith. Albert Zoram Soliva. Shannon Sproul. Anna Stefanidis. Julia Stollo. Anais Emma Straw. Samantha Grace Sorovitz, cum laude. Ailey Tomasebi. Julia Rose Tanteri. Sylvia Tinkarang Conto. Lilybeth Torres. Robert James Tugas. Hannah Michelle Trottier Braun. Amanda Leah Uchi. Kristina Urquhart. Storm Valerie, cum laude. Juan Varela. Jessica Vesterlund. Supraja Vinjamore. William Richard Voberl III. Scott Taylor Waddell, cum laude. Madison Christine Waldrep. Benjamin Wang. Lin Chi Wang. Addison Parker Weinreb, cum laude. Wyatt West. Damian Wilson. Rachel Wilson. Samari Winklar. Morgan Wise, magna cum laude. Jillian Haley Wolf. Zachary Wallerman. Samantha Kaylee Wood. Angelica Yanes Juarez. Stan Yatskar. Joy Boyon Yu. Kayla Lynn Junger. Freisha Rosalind Yudkin. Matthew Yudkin. Matthew D. Zagrodny, cum laude. Caitlin Zaslaw. Cum laude. Alexandra Ray Materia. Ava Catherine Sanford. Congratulations to the class of 2025.
For those of you who have been following along in the program, you might have realized that I skipped somebody or something. In my excitement to get our JD recipients their degrees, I skipped over the commencement address. So I would like to call Ed Davis back to the podium to deliver the commencement speech.
Thank you so much, Chairman Balboni, and especially to the members of the Board of Trustees, my old friend Peter Flaherty, Bill Casey, Peter Brown, and the rest of the board that's here today. This is a great honor for me as a local cop. I started out walking a route in Lowell on a late night shift, and here I am in the hallowed halls of academia, and it's such an exciting day for you. I had a chance to see the smiles and the sense of accomplishment and achievement on the part of the students and the graduates who came up here. So it's a distinct pleasure to be here. I worry, though, because I have to follow in the footsteps of my colleague Kristina Rex, who killed it on the speech up here. So it's a hard task I have, but congratulations, Kristina, to you and your lovely family who I had a chance to meet here today. I sat in these seats a year ago at another school where my daughter-in-law graduated with a law degree. So I know how you're feeling right now. You got things to do and people to see. My good friend, Father Sinella, is here, and he gave me, I guess, an admonishment before I started. He said he learned something in the seminary, I should say, not the cemetery. But he learned something in the seminary, and he said they taught him that there is a fine line between a homily and a hostage situation. So I will take that advice to heart and get you out of here quickly. I started off, as I said, the son of a police officer in Lowell, and Chairman Balboni was kind in his comments about me, so I won't get into a lot of detail about what I've done. But I do have a couple of words of advice, or wisdom, if you will, after 40 years of being in the criminal justice system, to the people who are about to start their careers in a myriad of different things. Now, the great thing about a law degree is its versatility. You can do anything with that credential. And so the world of possibility awaits each and every person who's in this room with that degree. But even more importantly, you have a sense of responsibility. You have a responsibility to your craft. You have a responsibility to your democracy. You have a responsibility to your clients to protect them. Winston Churchill said, "Never take no for an answer." And I agree with that. But when I was leaving public service, I met with Jack Connors, who is a good friend, or was a good friend before he passed away, and one of the most successful businessmen in Boston. And he said something to me that I'm going to share with you. He said, the most important thing that you're going to do in your career in the private sector is to say no. And he was right. With the degree that you have, and the foundation of the rule of law that you have learned over the last several years, you are the guardrails on society. You are the people who we look to for guidance to stay on the tracks and to preserve this democracy. You only have to look up the street to the State House, the scene of the Boston Massacre, Faneuil Hall, where people like Adams and other luminaries in the War of Independence spoke. Paul Revere, Benjamin Franklin. And then just a little bit down the street, on this very street here, on Tremont Street, at the Tremont Street Temple, Abraham Lincoln and Frederick Douglass gave addresses to maintain this democracy and to make sure that the rule of law mattered and that everyone was treated equally. You will be the warriors in this fight that is emerging. And so we call upon you to protect us. Let me tell you how I know this. I was a young lieutenant on the Lowell Police Department. I had just come off a wiretap case on organized crime, 1988. And I got a call to go to Carroll Parkway in Lowell at 1 o'clock in the morning. The head of organized crime in Lowell, a man named Jackie McDermott, had been brutally murdered by a man named Bill Banowski, who was a hitman for the mob. He was part of the Whitey Bulger crew. And they determined after this wiretap that McDermott was an informant for the FBI. And that word leaked out. And McDermott was killed, shot in the face. His son, Peter, was shot in the head twice by the same people. They wanted to leave no witnesses. But to their chagrin, Peter survived. I had a chance to talk to him that night in the hospital with 2 bullet holes, one in his mouth, one in the side of his head. And he told us Billy Banowski did it. And moments later, I stood in front of 33 Carroll Parkway with Tom Riley, who was then the district attorney of Middlesex County, and my mentor, and Bob Long, a detective lieutenant from the state police who we had conducted the wiretap with. And we had a debate about Banowski. And we were trying to decide whether or not we had enough to arrest him. And that debate was long and it was difficult. And in the end, the district attorney of Middlesex County agreed with us that we could take Banowski. I had a surveillance team on his house at Tercentennial Drive in Billerica, and he started to move. The decision was crucial, and it was made over the body of a dead human being. Banowski was taken into custody, tried and convicted, and sentenced to life in prison, where he died 20 years later. But the bonds that were forged between Tom Riley, myself, and Bob Long continued to blossom over a 30-year career. We had respect for each other. We all knew our jobs. And that collaborative experience that we had that day made the rest of our career where we still are friends today, 30 years later. This will happen to you. You will meet people coming up through the ranks that will make enormous differences to you in the future. When I was a young detective, I met a brand new assistant district attorney. There were 2 of them that came into the Lowell District Court at the same time, Sharon Hansen and Carmen Ortiz. And I worked disorderly conduct cases with them. They covered my butt when I screwed up on arrests. We got to know each other and respect each other, and they were brilliant at their craft. And that made all the difference in the world. And years went by, we work more important cases and more important cases and more important cases. And then in that fateful day, on April 15th, 2013, I stood over the body of Martin Richard and Lindsay Liu after they were killed in this horrible terrorist attack. And I paused for a minute as I stood there with shrapnel under my feet, understanding that someone had built an anti-personnel device, an improvised explosive device to kill and maim people in my city. And I realized I was in territory I had never expected to be in. But Carmen Ortiz, at the same time I was the commissioner of the Boston Police Department, had been promoted to be the United States Attorney for the District of Massachusetts. And Sharon Hansen was my chief of staff in the Boston Police Department. These are people I met when I was 21 and 22 years old. Lifelong friendships, collaborations, respect. They say it's not what you know, but who you know. And I will tell you it's both. The foundation that you have under you now, after what you've done for the last several years, establishes what you know. Who you know will be established by the path you take, the incredible versatility of your degree, and the respect that you show for others coming up through the ranks. I implore you to do this for the good of the nation. 2 days after the bombing, we were hotly in pursuit of Dzhokhar Tsarnaev after having a shootout with his brother who was killed in the incident in Watertown. But Dzhokhar was still on the run. And I received a call from Carmen Ortiz, and she said, "Ed, I have to advise you something." And I said, "What?" She said, "You must order your officers to not provide Miranda warnings to this guy Tsarnaev if you catch him." And I stopped for a minute and I said, "Is this the United States Attorney?" I was shocked. But I trusted her enough and found out very quickly that the Patriot Act required different types of warnings and different types of investigative processes so the thing could be done right. The federal government had a special team of interrogation experts from the intelligence agencies and the Department of Defense that were standing by. And if any of my officers had inadvertently provided a Miranda warning, it would have eliminated the possibility to use that special team in an ongoing, high-level international terrorist event. So the law lives and breathes. It changes. But my trust with Carmen and my relationship over the years made that process go seamlessly. Within 5 days, we had either captured or killed both people responsible for that attack, and were able to put Boston back on its feet. And the other people that perished, Crystal Campbell, Sean Collier, Officer Dennis Simmons, they made that sacrifice to protect our country. And now we stand on the precipice of other challenges. Some threats are external, some threats are internal. But if you follow your moral compass that your parents and your religious institutions and your schooling has embedded in you, and you add to that the importance of rule of law and the very principles of a democracy, you can protect us in the future. I implore you to do so. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Davis, for taking the time to address us and providing such meaningful guidance on this significant day. During the procession and recession, we are led by the bagpipers and drummer Michael Casper, Kevin McCarthy, Luke McFadden. Let's thank them for their great work today. No New England Law Commencement would be complete without the wonderful music played by the Boylston Brass Ensemble. Thank you. Now, if you would please rise, and now ask Reverend Sinella to come forward for the benediction.
And today we give thanks. Let us pray. That we never forget those of family and friends who have brought you to this time and place, those who have guided and encouraged you in so many ways, those who have been a part of bringing New England law through its many years to this day. May the support and participation of these graduates in the future build on all that is with us on this joyous day. May our shared commitment to this beloved nation and its laws always continue, and may your learning never cease to guide you to that place where you're able to say, that's how it all works. Godspeed.
You may be seated. On behalf of all of us at New England Law Boston, congratulations to each of you on a job well done. You all have so much to be proud of. God bless you throughout your careers in the law. Now, the stage participants will now begin the recessional out of the auditorium. I ask graduates and guests to remain in their seats until the stage participants have left the auditorium. Good day and best wishes for a safe and happy weekend.